About infrastructure should come up on his screen. I think the stock started about 4.5% lower again because of all that confusion about the QIP, whether there's going to be delay or whatnot. The management did indicate earlier that the board meeting might be later today, and some decision might be taken in that one about the fundraising. The route itself might be changed. 155 on GMR Infrastructure. Let me welcome in a special guest. Ajay Argal is co-head equity at Birla AMC. Ajay, thanks for joining and good morning.
Good morning.
Optimistic about the market still as we head towards the budget with less than 15 odd trading sessions, or you think you're starting to get cold feet?
No, we are optimistic from a longer term perspective, and the reason being the political mandate which has come, which is very, very strong. And as a result, we have seen that most of the analysts have upgraded their GDP numbers. So we have seen roughly about 75 basis points of upgrade on the GDP numbers, roughly from 5.6 to 6.4%. So which clearly means that most of the downgrade cycle is behind us. People are looking for upgrades. We might get into the upgrade cycle. So definitely from a short-term perspective, there has been a huge run-up, as we have been discussing in the show, 14 straight weeks of gains. But now is the time to consolidate. But the longer term is looking much improved as compared to a few months back. The liquidity is very strong in the world, and we all know when the liquidity is strong, the liquidity chases where the growth is higher. India is one of the markets where the growth is the highest, so we see no reason for the India story to get derailed from a longer term perspective.
With your funds, Ajay, what are you doing? Are you starting to book some profits? Be comfortably placed in case there is a dip, you've got enough cash to reinvest, that sort of thing?
Right. I mean, that's a continuous process. We are obviously daily evaluating each of the stocks which we hold in the portfolio and looking for opportunities to shift to some other stocks if that stock has already given good returns and some of the other stocks are looking attractive on a relative basis. So that is a continuous process which keeps going on. Obviously, there are stocks which have done very well in our portfolio, and we are looking to book profits in some of the stocks there. And at the same time, some of the stocks we still think are undervalued from a relative perspective, so we would like to shift some of the weights there. So that's a continuous process, and it is happening.
But there is no confusion that there is a big dip which is coming, which will again give you the kind of opportunity that you got a couple of months back to really come in and buy everything. That sort of opportunity is not going to come. So you stay invested in some of your long-term bets.
Yes, I mean that's broadly the thing. We have reduced our cash levels, so our cash levels are anywhere between 5 to 10%. It's not higher. So from that perspective, you are right that we are not expecting a very big dip coming. It is all dependent on the funds flow coming from outside India. At the moment, it looks very strong. There is no reason or no data point on the horizon which suggests that it will quickly reverse. So that's why we are mostly fully invested and keeping some cash so that in some opportunities, because we believe that the markets will remain volatile. So for a day or two, you might get certain opportunities. So that's the reason we have a little amount of cash so that we can quickly get in.
Ajay, you're saying money chases growth, which is an oft-repeated principle, but is it very difficult to now judge the color of growth? Where do you, in this GDP amount or the number you see in this 5-year tenure of the current government and all sorts of hopes attached to it, where do you see maximum growth? Do you latch on to those opportunities? Because the market talks about the similar names: power, infrastructure, construction.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that is, those are the themes which are going to be played out. The differentiation would come in identifying the stocks which are going to give you the jump in your portfolio. And we have a very strong research team at Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund. We believe that we can do it consistently. We have done it for 2 years in the past when we have got the Mutual Fund House of the Year award. So we remain very confident that it is going to be a stock pickers market. And in this market, we are going to do well. I mean, it's not just the themes, it's the individual stocks which you pick which will differentiate.
So, since you have done very well in a very difficult year, can you just talk about how you're sensing this year to pan out as well? I understand you said there are no sharp corrections that you see likely, but will it be very volatile? Will it be news flow generated? For example, anything, commented on the budget or companies' numbers, all sorts of things, just newspaper headlines make a difference to the stock, or it'll be a different value picking market?
It will be a volatile market, there is no doubt on that, and the reason being the world is not totally out of the woods. It is not India but the global situation especially the credit conditions globally, the banking system globally. It is not out of the woods. It has stabilized, but there are always chances that some problems appear again. So one needs to watch out for that, and every data point coming out of any major economies in the world will be watched very closely. And that is why that will lead to volatility. On the local front, definitely the volatility will come because of the upcoming budget. Unlike the previous few budgets, there are quite a bit of expectations in this budget, and any news headline to that extent suggesting that some of the expectations which the market participants have are not going to come will lead to volatility. So definitely in the shorter term there could be volatility which is budget related. Longer term the volatility will be there because we have already seen a huge run up. So the valuations are now reasonable, they are not cheap unlike 3 months back. So when the valuations are reasonable, any small change have a disproportionate impact, and this change can either be sentiment, either be news. So there will be volatility, there is no doubt on that. It's going to be a tough market. It's going to be a very stock specific market rather than a general trend which we have already witnessed for the last 3 months.
Ajay, since we are jumping from one event to the other, the election verdict, now the budget, in case, say, let's assume the budget is a dampener, complete dampener, the government indicates, well, we're going to do stuff over the next 4 years, not in this one. What is the risk to the market? What's your sense? Is it going to be a 5% cut, 10% cut, and the medium term then gets slightly muddy?
See, that's difficult to say. That depends on what exactly comes out in the budget. Broadly, what the market participants are looking for is not very specific things in this budget, but a roadmap of how the government is going to do, because there has been clearly disappointment in the previous 5 years in the sense that the speed of reforms were much slower than expected. So if the government can give a roadmap, and whatever noises are coming out at the moment looks very positive.
But they've already given the roadmap in the
right.
100-day
yeah, but
plan.
More specifics, like, I mean, that's only for the disinvestment where, again, that is in the media. The government has not officially said that they are having this roadmap. So as we come to the budget, those things will get clearer. Also, definitely the fiscal situation is not optimal. So how the fiscal situation will be handled in the budget, those kind of things, whether there is a clear-cut path which the government is going to give to the market is what it is looking for.
Have you taken any budget bets in your portfolios?
Not really. I mean, we have taken bets considering that the government is going to be focusing on infrastructure, social welfare related things, which is going to have a very good impact on the mass population. So we have definitely oriented our portfolios towards that, but it is not only budget related. We always have the portfolio from a longer term perspective. It's not the short term which we focus on. Definitely we have some short term bets, but it's a very small portion of the portfolio.
Not from your side, Ajay, but from the investor community point of view, what is expected in the budget? What is, if you can just comprehensively lay down the main expectations that the market has from the budget?
The main expectations is how the government is going to tackle the fiscal deficit, disinvestment, whatever has been talked in the media. Are they going to give a clear path? Infrastructure, a lot of expectations. What the government is going to do specifically on that front. I mean, there has been a slowdown in the road projects given, for example. So what is it that the government is looking to do? So anything to do on the infrastructure side, on the power side, on the fiscal deficit side, which is very, very specific. I mean, it may not be short term. It's a path, it's a roadmap, which is what the markets are looking for.
Ajay, so how does one build a portfolio now? All forward-looking stocks, all forward-looking infrastructure themes, that sort of...
No, not really. I mean, the portfolio has to be a balance. I mean, that is the theme which is going to be slightly on the overweight side. But you have to have a good balance in the portfolio. So, for example, we still remain very positive on telecom services, which we have always been positive on, because there is under-penetration. There were 400 million subscribers added in the last 10 or 12 years. Now 400 million subscribers are going to be added in the next 3 years. So you look for opportunities where there is growth, apart from the themes which the government is going to focus on. Also, in certain specific stocks, you might have a valuation comfort, the value theme which you are talking about. Though it is very limited at the moment in the market, but there are opportunities there. So you have to have a good balance in the portfolio. It is not as if you can just paint a broad brush and say that I will have everything related to infrastructure. It will get too risky if you do that.
All right, Ajay, great having you in the studios with us for
Thank
a
you.
discussion. Thanks very much, and look forward to seeing you much more often right here in our India Bull studio. We are going to come back and talk about the global markets in just a moment, but leave you with some opinions coming in from Ashwini Agarwal of